Good day, everyone. My name is John Michael York, and it is my pleasure to be your instructor for Business 310 Introduction to Entrepreneurship. And I'm looking forward to the next 10 weeks. And just a quick thing here, I'm not John L. York, who is the Director and Academic Lead for the Cal Poly. I know, let me Center for Entrepreneurship. So let me introduce myself so you get to know me a little bit better and I get to know you a little bit better. First and foremost is that I've worked in the life sciences business for almost 30 years. Half of it has been in the industry side. The other half has been the service side. I have, as an entrepreneur, have opened 3 different businesses, with my most recent being in business for 15 years, which is Akita Biomedical. I am a lifelong learner. I just am finishing up my MBA actually this spring. And I also am always looking for opportunities to share my knowledge, experience, and help others become better, especially in this world of entrepreneurship. And to that effect, I have had the honor to be able to be part of the UC San Diego Von Liebig Center for the National Science Foundation Innovation Corps as a mentor. So a lot of stuff we learned out of that program that I hope that we can tie back into this program going forward. So you may ask, why are we here? Some of you may want to start a business. Some may want to start a social venture. Others might want to learn something new. But I think everybody will gain marketable skills in presentations, working as teams, discovering customer needs, and developing solutions, and telling stories. Maybe some of you will actually make some money with your ideas. But at the end of the day, what I want to know is what's important to you, what's in it for you. So as we have conversations, I want to understand what you want to get out of this course. And how are we going to learn? There's a few different ways we're going to learn. And first of all, we're going to have some tools, and I'll touch on those tools in a few seconds in terms of the value proposition canvas and the business model canvas. They will be tools that you will find that you will put your guesses about what your customers or your business is like, and you're going to go test them out. We're also going to have from Lean Launchpad several videos featuring Steve Blank, and we will have additional readings and materials. We will look to have some guests who will help to lecture and give their insights from the world of business and entrepreneurship. And we will have some practice opportunities such as quizzes that will tie back to our videos with Lean Launchpad, in-class activities. So this will be a very active class, with every class having some sort of team-based activity, and forums and assignments that you will share with the class. And that's how we'll learn. It's going to be active learning. And we're going to use these tools. In the back half of this course, we're going to do a team exercise where you're going to develop an idea, and you're going to test that idea, and you're going to do customer development, get out of the building and talk to potential customers. And you're going to take what you learn and you're going to use the business model canvas to develop your ideas and maybe develop your company. And at the end, what you're going to do is you're going to share your learnings. You're going to tell a story of your journey. You're going to share your learnings, and maybe you'll have next steps in terms of actually developing a venture for financing, or actually take out and make a few dollars. And these are just 2 of the tools I just mentioned. The business model canvas, which will really be a really great tool to help you define the value side of the business and the operation side of the business. It'll be a place where you can be able to put your guesses and test your hypotheses and take your learnings and update each week. Likewise, the value proposition canvas, which ties to the business model canvas, which will really help you focus in on your customer and what your customers here, gains, pains, wants, fears, needs, experience, benefits and features, job to be done. These are the things that will help you develop your value proposition for the appropriate customers that you have. We, as usual, we all will be working with the PolyLearn layout. I just want to point out a few things. I've already put up on PolyLearn the first 2 weeks. You'll notice that What will be in the schedule will be in-class activity and assignments. And these are in class, what you will do in class, but the assignments will be not in class, but some things that are due in class, that are before class, such as doing the videos and the quizzes beforehand. And then there may be some readings as well. Some working operating practices. Again, these are in PolyLearn, so I'll just hit the top highlights. All assignments are due. Okay, you get a 0 if you don't, so make the effort. Your contributions only benefit you. Attendance, with that said, attendance, you need to be in class. I understand there are certain mitigating circumstances, but I'll tell you what, you need to communicate up front what the issues are, what the issue is. If you miss mandatory CAS, particularly a team presentation, there will be no excuse. Okay, now there are some rare circumstances, such as things beyond your control. Say that there is a major health crisis, I'll use as an example. But if you fail to, we have the option to deduct points from the final grade. But my attitude is, if it's an issue, that is, communicate. You have my email, you have my cell phone. Promptness, very important. In the business world, you want to be on time for your meetings, you want to be prepared. Lateness does happen, but it's rude nonetheless. It is the perception that you create by being on time and being prepared is very critical. And in the business world, whether it's with customers or whether it is with colleagues or with superiors, that you create that impression. And so not being on time is something that starts to create not a positive impression in other people's minds. And for us now as business people, we need to think about managing our brand. To that effect is also the use of electronics. I know everybody is texting and doing email. I see it in meetings with my clients. I see it in advisory boards. We actually even have a no technology zone rule. Same standards hold for the classroom. Please understand the norms. We need you to be engaged, not just with the lecture, the discussion, but for your teams. Again, you get what you put in. And last but not least is, as we start the semester, I'm going to get to know you. And I think it's important that while we'll have place cards to identify you, is identify yourself so we all get to know you. Not just for me, but also for your teammates that you'll have, because you'll be working in groups. So when you use your name tag or tent, and at least the first few times, just I am. Okay. I put the schedule for the first 2 weeks on PolyLearn. Some highlights. Class 1, come in. We're going to do a fun wireframe exercise. I have a little assignment at the end of this discussion so that you can come prepared. On Wednesday, we have you preparing, getting used to Launchpad Central. Okay, there you need to sign up. Lesson 1 is on there. Expect you to have that completed in the first quiz. Be prepared to come in for discussion. We're also going to have a really fun working session on unit design and customer archetypes, so we can be able to profile different types of products and archetypes, or personalities of people who buy those products. And this is the first step to understanding your customers. Week 2 is going to be a little more intense. We have on Monday, the 4th, we have 2 video lessons that will be due that you'll have to complete and do the quizzes. You'll also have to review the painful interview materials. Okay, and then we're going to review business models and value proposition canvases and have a 2-company exercise. And we're going to expect you to start getting started on your painful interview, which will be due on not the 7th, but on the 6th, which is Wednesday. And of course, you have 2 more lectures we will go through. So we'll take time to go through those lectures and the high points. And then on the 6th, the video lesson number 3 will be due. Okay, and the quiz with that. Okay, so, and then there'll be opportunity materials on PolyLearn, and also due is going to be the painful interview. And then we're going to have a group discussion around that as well as the video lessons. So that's your first 2 weeks. Some people will ask about grading. Almost half of your grade will be based on team assignments. The other half will be based on individual assignments, and also as their percentage for class participation. So be there, be active, and have some fun and learn a few things. One of the key tools that we will be using is Launchpad Central. I sent you an email which has a link through Launchpad Central so that you can get signed up. That will give you access to the various videos that will feature Steve Blank. What I would encourage you to do is go to the upper right-hand corner, look at course videos. You pull down that menu and you will find those videos there. And then from there, what you'll do is then you'll choose based on the assignment that you have, and you will begin to know this gentleman, Steve Blank, who has taught at Columbia, Harvard, and Berkeley. And he has actually designed the curriculum for the National Science Foundation. So it's a treat. I think he does a real nice job. He has a great book that accompanies this if you want to get it. It's called the Startup Owner's Textbook, or manual. And so if you want to get it, great. If not, but you'll learn a lot from him, and I think he simplifies it. I know by the end of the course, you're going to be like, okay, enough of Steve. But that's why we're mixing it up with a few different things. Do the videos. I've seen where people haven't done it and they don't get out as much as they can in terms of their own assignments. And finally, what will we learn? First is going to be sources of opportunity. We're going to find talking customers where there are needs. We're also going to learn to describe and analyze business models to address these opportunities, which is great. Whether it's going to start a business or if you work for somebody else, especially if you're going to be in marketing or in product development, you'll be ahead of the game. Thirdly is you'll utilize customer development and other lean launchpad processes. And we'll talk about this a little later on in the second lecture about customer development. But it's really to understand the customer and the day-to-day life of the customers and the issues that people go through and the pains, the gains, the job that be done. In fact, your first assignment, we'll get a little bit at that during our first session. We'll get into analyzing the unit economics of opportunity launch, and tying to that, we'll look at the financial pieces, understanding the financing of an opportunity launch, which means you've got to be able to put together for a better word, a pitch. And that's how angels and venture capitalists look at it. It's sort of your business plan boiled down into 10 to 15 slides. They talk about the problem, the solution, the customers, the go-to-market, your secret sauce, and what's in it for them as investors. And present opportunities to garner these resources. So you're getting up and doing presentations will make you that much more comfortable. So we will be doing short type of presentations, such as the 20-second intro, to longer presentations so that you get comfortable, because it's not just that you have a great idea and that you've done great research, but you have to communicate it to your investors, because that's very key in selling. And we've seen this in Shark Tank, if you guys watch that. And last but not least is, how do you effectively tell your value story? And that's going to be something that we're going to continue to revisit throughout this course. So those are some things. Sounds like fun? I certainly hope it is. So let's get to our first assignment. And Monday, you should have already a link for Launchpad Central. Sign up. This way you can be ready to do your videos for Wednesday. Okay, and PolyLearn. Okay, look over the course materials, get familiar with with PolyLearn and how the course is set up. Review the weeks 1 and 2 schedule. And when you come in on Monday, I want you to think of a problem that you've had in the last week that you wish you had an app to address. Okay? We're going to have a little group exercise. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And last but not least is be prepared to give a quick 15 to 20 second introduction. And what that involves is who you are, why you're here, what do you want to accomplish, and what's in it for you. Because I want to know at the end of the day, when you're doing your pitch to be in this class, but it's also so we understand what your motivation is and how we can best help you. Anyway, thanks so much for your time here. I look forward to a great 10 weeks. And so you're going to hear this a lot. We got to get out of the building. Why? Because we got to find the value and we got to fit the value. So thanks a lot and have a great